This is Miss Snowyhong and...
Hi, this is Mr. Hong.
Yep, and unfortunately we're back because you guys liked our first tabletop talk.
Yeah, all 10 of you.
Thank you. Thank you all 10 of you who subscribed. The other 300 people that are just watching, you better press the subscribe button right there. Right there. You gotta press it. You gotta press it to support. Zoe, are you subscribing? I guess one thing came across my mind that I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I'm turning 27. And I think when I was in my early 20s, I didn't know anything else but to save. Now that we're all a little bit more smarter, it begs the question of, should I save or invest? What do you think?
Hit the answer below for your next... Yeah, we're not doing that. So we're gonna talk about different things, whether to pay off your credit card, whether to pay off your student loans, whether to save that monthly payment, or whether to invest at all in a stock account, investment account, or buy something with that, whatever. But we want to talk about whether we should save or invest.
So why do you save, right? Why do you need to save?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but the reason why you would want a lump sum is essentially just an X amount of saved money, whether that's 1,000, a couple hundred, 10,000. It's just a liquidated version, essentially cash, that you have in a savings account or a checkings account. And the reason why you would want a lump sum comes down to pretty much very situational and circumstantial. All investors and all the finance bros out there want you to invest your money somehow, allow you to give someone else your money so that they can further their capital, whether they can help out their own business and help that grow, and they'll return you the growth or the dividend or the interest. And for us, we had a lump sum twice. One example was when we were fresh out of college and we were working, and we lived with our parents, and we saved up enough money because we wanted to get married. And so we got married at 24, which is pretty young, right? And we needed about a lump sum of $40,000. And that includes the wedding, and the honeymoon, and the first and last payment for your apartment or living situation. And all of that together was about $40,000. And we raised that ourselves, we saved that ourselves. We have no help from our parents except being able to live with them and save that money that we would have paid for rent. And even if rent was $500, $1,000, over a span of 1 year, you're actually saving $12,000 if it was $1,000 per month. And so that's the first example of why a lump sum may be situationally better for us in the moment, because we had these plans in place, versus having it being invested somewhere else where it's a little harder to get and a little more uncertain how much money we might have at the end of the day.
And also, the second time that we needed our lump sum of money was very recent. It was when we bought this house. It required a lot of down payment. And I guess that's a video for another time, but you don't need necessarily 20% of down payment to get a house now. So when we decided that we were going to get this house, we saved up about $20,000, and that was our second lump sum money that we needed. How do you make lump sum?
Well, the easiest way, and I think it's easier said than done, is you just put away a little bit of money every month from your paycheck or from your birthday money or from any gifts that you get, and you put that away in in hopefully a savings account of some kind, or cash, or somewhere safe where it will keep its value until you need to use it. And I would discourage going to big banks and using their savings account, because their rates tend to be really low, pennies on the dollar, low, like 0.0x% per year. But I would encourage going to other banks, researching and figuring out if these banks offer a high yield savings account where the interest rates that you can get for your money put in can be anywhere from 1 to 1.5%. And if you do find anything above 2%, that's a really good find, especially in this economic setting where a lot of banks are lowering their interest rates. But I do want to encourage you to look into the fact if that account is backed by the FIDC or another financial institution where they will guarantee your money in the case that something drastic happens to the bank, they do bankruptcy, XYZ happens, and probably you will be insured to about $250K in that event. So you can be pretty safe and stable knowing those things, and you can also earn a couple of dollars every year just having it grow over time. So maybe you're already ahead of the curve and you're already putting money away every month, and you're like, I'm already doing this, I don't need this video anymore, let's move on. I'm gonna say, hold up, I got some questions for you, right? And that's where it comes down to the priority of your money and where you can get the most bang for your buck. So my first question for you is, do you have any high interest loans? Do you have any private loans from school? Do you have a leftover balance on your credit card? Those are all things that have a very high interest, which is about, let's say, 6% and up. Those are all high interest loans. And I would say, first things first, pay off your credit card. If you do have a credit card balance left over every month, pay it off every month. Because imagine that little paper envelope that comes in and you throw out right away. You just get your card, you rip it out, you throw out the papers and stuff. On that paper, it says the interest rate is, let's say, 14.99%. And that right there is a lot. Imagine if you put your money in a stock and it earns 15% every month from that money. That's what the bank is doing to you, man. So don't be a sucker, all right? And pay off your credit card, because those are the worst types of loans to have. Secondly, after that, look at your car loan or your student loans. See if the interest rates are above 6%, and then target those after your credit cards. And anything after that, I'll consider maybe medium to low interest, and that's where you get to pick and choose the best strategy for your plan and your future. All right, so let's say you've already had the game again and you have a lump sum. You're like, I don't have anything planned, I don't have any circumstances, no wedding, no buying of home, no anything. I just want to get into the stock market because I've heard with the economic downturn that right now might be a good time. And I would say you, good sir, are well on your way to investing. And here's some things. Don't invest all your money at once, because when that happens, you let's say you put all your money in and you hit it on a high, and then it goes down. You're like, God, like why? Like, you get all emotional. You're like, oh my gosh, and it's not going up as high as it went down, and all this stuff. And you're like, I hate stocks. And you're checking every morning, and this is not me. Okay, so learn from my mistake.
But I thought it wasn't you.
Exactly. But what I want to recommend is the dollar average method. Is when you have your lump sum and you periodically take a little bit of that and then you put it in kind of like a bookmark, and you bookmark like maybe every other week, once a month into the stock market, whether that's an ETF fund, which is a diverse portfolio already managed for you by a large investment arm of a bank or another broker, or you can look for stocks yourself and find ones that you really like blue chip stocks, and you kind of have a bookmark so that you have an average of whether that goes up or goes down. You have an average, so you're more stable and you're not as volatile and getting emotional, and that allows you to just have some money in when it's good and sometimes when it's bad, but at least you know that it's not by your decision that you're putting these money in. It's just periodically, and that leaves the human factor out and the emotion out of investing, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah. So do you need a lump sum to start investing? No. Just like how you don't need a lump sum to start your savings account, you don't really need a lump sum to start investing. You are actually losing money if you're holding on to your money due to inflation, right? So it would be beneficial for you if you can start investing earlier. So we have younger brother and sister, and what we tell them is, hey, you can start investing just with $100. That will actually be a better educational opportunity for you as you put in your $100, your hard-earned $100 into different sectors of the market out there. You can buy one IT, you can buy one airlines. However you want to create your portfolio, you start creating your portfolio, and through those experiences, you can see the trend of the stock market. And in case in a decade when the financial crisis come again, you're more ready and you're studied.
The best feeling is having your money that you work so hard for make money for you. So with that, we want to say thank you for joining us on our table talk, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye-bye!